this brand new edition of the National Debate. I'm Hina Gambhir. Joining me today on this debate are my guests here with me in the studios. We have R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Satyaprakash Mishra, Leader of the JDU, Ishkaran Bhandari, Advocate Supreme Court, Professor Akhil Swami, Political Analyst, Dr. Shyam Kumar, Spokesperson of the RJD, Anish Gawande, National Spokesperson NCP, the Sharad Pawar faction. We also have with us Sanjeev Kaushik, who is a political analyst. Thank you very much, all of you gentlemen, for joining us. Now, viewers, the battle cry of vote chori has become the biggest political flashpoint. At the heart of it all is Congress MP and Lok Sabha Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi, who has declared literally an all-out war against the Election Commission. He insists that the poll panel is not a neutral umpire, but a conspirator hand in glove with the Bharatiya Janata Party, stealing votes, tilting the balance and crushing democracy itself. These have been the allegations. Viewers, since the beginning of the year, Rahul's rhetoric has only grown louder. What started with charges of foul play in Maharashtra has now snowballed into explosive allegations in Karnataka. Ironically, a state where Congress itself is in power. From illegal voter additions to mass deletions, Congress claims EC and the Bharatiya Janata Party Jugalbandi is rewriting the script of democracy. And as Bihar heads to the polls, vote chori is not just a slogan anymore. It is the very plank on which the opposition has chosen to fight. So let's take you a little bit, tell you a little bit about, in fact, the unending vote chori raga that we are seeing almost on a monthly basis. It started with the first press conference by Rahul Gandhi in August, and he, in fact, at that time focused on the fact that voters, their names are being deleted. Atom bomb is what he called it. 1 lakh fake votes in Bengaluru's Mahadevpura constituency, he claimed, have been deleted. Then came season 2 in the month of September, where we saw Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, through a press conference, focusing specifically on voter addition. So there was voter deletion charge, voter addition. So voter addition was the charge in season 1 of this particular series that we are seeing. Season 2 had voter deletion charge coming in, and he claimed to have 100% proof. He claimed over 6,000 voters, in fact, were deleted in Karnataka's Alan. Now that has been the charge, and season 3 is going to be the hydrogen bomb. Now we were waiting for this hydrogen bomb to actually come in the press conference that happened this week itself, but that did not really happen. So we are still waiting for something bigger, as he has claimed, that is still expected, because the Congress party, after these press conferences, has said that this is just the trailer. Main picture abhi baki hai. Now Rahul Gandhi feels the moment he drops his so-called H-bomb or hydrogen bomb, sab doodh ka doodh aur pani ka pani ho jayega. His confidence actually comes from weeks of what he calls thorough research done by his party to uncover vote chori, about which he has spoken about, in fact, in his previous press briefings as well. And what is important to note, viewers, this time is that he claims he's got some insiders in the Election Commission's office who are providing him the data that he is presenting, what he claims as the 100% proof of vote chori by the Election Commission. Listen in to what exactly he has to say.
अच्छा, एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात आई जो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन के अंदर से हमें मदद मिलनी शुरू हो गई। अब इलेक्शन कमीशन के अंदर से इंफॉर्मेशन आ रही है, ये रुकेगा नहीं। एंड द सीजी ऑफ कर्नाटका मल्टीपल टाइम्स आस्क्स the election commission. No answer. Now this is absolute solid proof that Gyanesh Kumar is protecting the people who are doing this. ये H-bomb तो नहीं है, H-bomb आ रहा है, hydrogen bomb आ रहा है.
So you heard, gentlemen, what Rahul Gandhi had to say. BJP is saying we expected a big dhamaka, but actually what we got was nothing but drama. So I want to give each one of you 30 seconds to give your opening comments. What is really happening? Because whatever is being said by Rahul Gandhi has led to doubts in the minds of voters. he has sown the seeds of doubts. So I want to ask you, let's begin with Mr. R.P. Singh. 30 seconds.
Well, I seriously contest your saying that it has created doubts in the minds of the voter. If that has been the truth, then Tejasvi Yadav should not have taken the second yatra. He's on the second yatra after the first yatra. Then he would have been happy with the first yatra itself. The second yatra proves that, yes, there's nothing on the ground, and all these surveys and all the reports are mentioning that also. But the fact is, what is actually happening? It's not the vote chori and the voters being deleted or voters being added. The actual is what he has tweeted yesterday. देश के युवा, देश के स्टूडेंट्स, देश की जन जेड जो संविधान को बचाने के लोकतंत्र की रक्षा करेंगे और वोट चोरी को रोकेंगे.
Time's up. 30 seconds. You've made your point. Ishkaran Bhandari.
Just finish it. Just one line.
Okay.
मैं उनके साथ हमेशा खड़ा हूं. He is trying to provoke unrest in country.
Okay. He's trying to provoke unrest in the country. Ishkaran Bhandari.
See, the reality is in police stations and even in court, unfortunately, there is a breed of habitual complainants. Rahul Gandhi has effectively become that. Starting from Chaukidar Chor, which the voters rejected, to now Vote Chor, which the voters are rejecting. That is why the desperation is coming out, because you don't have any substance, you don't have any proof, you just want to throw wild, reckless allegation and then expect that certain people might bite into it. You are basically relying on conspiracy theorists because you cannot win elections. You expect them to come on street. Gen Z is a very significant reference to Nepal, because before that, when was the last time a politician in a major issue referred to Gen Z? You are trying to create unrest because you can't win elections.
Okay. Satya Prakash ji.
There is a sayings in Hindi, झूठ के पाँव नहीं होते. Lies have no legs. Rahul Gandhi has taken a responsibility on his shoulder to become the brand ambassador of spreading lies and get caught. Maybe he part of any international conspiracy which try to demean, defame and destroy Indian democracy, its process and everything. And every time he takes a constitution in his hand, but he has no respect for that, because when he says there is a vote chori, he has no proof. He tried to project something which is lies, lies and lies again and again. And I must say, Rahul Gandhi के किसी भी बम में कोई दम नहीं है. जितना भी बम वो ला रहे हैं, उसमें दम नहीं है.
Okay. Professor Swami.
Hina, if I was in a position of Mr. Ganesh Kumar Gupta, I would have filed a FIR against Rahul Gandhi or defamation suit against Rahul Gandhi and brought him to the court. But Ganesh Kumar Gupta and ex-Mr. Rajiv Kumar Agarwal and the BJP, they know whatever Rahul Gandhi is saying is proved. And that is why they are not taking any action against him. I challenge to the BJP that do that, और आईपी एड्रेस इसलिए नहीं दे रहे, वो हेडक्वार्टर बीजेपी का मिलेगा और वो इलेक्शन कमीशन का मिलेगा.
Okay, Anish.
You know, one Indian, one vote is the fundamental pillar of democracy. Every single person asking questions of the EC today is a true Deshbhakt. The only true anti-nationals today are the ones saying that anyone asking for accountability is an urban Nakshal, is an anarchist, is conspiring with global forces. अगर आप में दम है, तो सवाल के जवाब दीजिए, नहीं तो ये allegations मत उठाइए.
Okay. Dr. Shyam Kumar.
No, Rahul Gandhi in his consecutive press conference, whatever he has come with the facts and data, it is now crystal clear, the picture he has established. Karnataka CID has written multiple letters to the Election Commission of India, and Election Commission of India is not positioned to reply even single reply to all the questions. So what is the point? What is point to hide? Why Election Commission of India is not in position to give all the data, make it public? What is the point? One of the role of the ECI is to give justice. Transparency is a core of election. It is a constitutional body.
Okay,
though election commission is a becoming political body.
Okay, time's up. Sanjeev Kaushik.
राहुल गांधी ने कल दूसरी बार बहुत ही गंभीर प्रश्न खड़ा किया इलेक्शन कमीशन के ऊपर. होना यह चाहिए था कि इलेक्शन कमीशन उस पर सफाई देती. जो उनके ऊपर आरोप लगाए गए थे और जो एलिगेशन लगाया गया था उसके बारे में वो बात करते. लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन चंद मिनटों के बाद में अपना प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस या अपने स्टेटमेंट देते हैं और कहते हैं कि मैं बिल्कुल ईमानदार हूं, राहुल गांधी के आरोप निराधार हैं और सच्चाई मेरी आंखों में दिखी है. ये फिल्मी डायलॉग नहीं चलने वाला है. आपको तथ्यपरक हर एक मुद्दे पे जो बातें कही गई, कहां से ये ओटीपी आया, आईपी एड्रेस क्या है, उन सबों के बारे में इलेक्शन कमीशन को ये बात कह करके देश में पहली बार इलेक्शन कमीशन की साख जो नीचे जा रही है उसको मजबूत करने की जरूरत थी. लेकिन वो फिल्मी डायलॉग मार रहे हैं आज.
ओके, फिल्मी डायलॉग कौन कर रहा है हमें नहीं पता, बट द रियलिटी इज व्हाटएवर राहुल गांधी हैज सेड has actually put doubt in the minds of the voters. You know, voters in this country really look forward to elections. Agar ek 90-year-old voter hai, I think you all will agree, he may not have 3 meals to eat, but he will ensure that he goes and votes when it is the day of voting. And that is the reason why we are concerned today, that why all of this is happening, and if the allegations are true, then what should we do about the counter charges that are coming from the Election Commission? And that's what we are going to be breaking down, you know, in this show today. Before we move ahead, I want to quickly take our viewers through, you know, the specific charges and the counter charges, and then we'll dive deep into the debate. So in the atom bomb briefing, as claimed by Rahul Gandhi, he said votes have been stolen in Mahadevpura, 1,250 odd votes he claimed. Then 11,965 duplicate voters were there. 40,009 fake or invalid addresses was something that he has found. 10,452 bulk voters on single address were found. Now, these have been the allegations, viewers. 4,132 voters with invalid pictures is what he claimed he had found. There were 33,692 cases of Form 6 misuse that he had, in fact, exposed in his press briefing. Then came another press briefing in September. 6,018 votes deleted in another constituency in Karnataka. Systematic voter fraud. Now, this is very, very important. Centralized, systematic voter fraud, he has alleged. There is large-scale operation that's going on. Software is being used, mobile numbers, etc. are being used, and he says that this is something which is very, very serious. Let's now tell you how the Election Commission, viewers, has responded to all of these allegations. EC, you know, when the first press briefing happened, made it very clear, if you believe whatever you are claiming is correct, then sign a declaration. We will acknowledge, we will investigate whatever you are claiming, but sign a declaration. That hasn't happened. Then another press conference wherein he claimed to have 100% proof. No deletion of any vote can be done online is what the Election Commission has said. Election Commission also acknowledged that yes, there were certain unsuccessful attempts as you are talking about, but when they happened, an FIR was registered as well. So, Election Commission essentially is trying to say that the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha should stop misleading the people of this country, and if he is indeed serious, he should follow the due process. And with that, I'm going to go across to Professor Akhil Swami. You are saying that the Chief Election Commissioner should file a case against Rahul Gandhi, defamation case should be there if the allegations are incorrect. I want to ask you, if Rahul Gandhi's charges are correct, if this is 100% proof that is undeniable, why is he not signing the declaration or oath as per Rule 23B of the Registration of Electors Rule 1960?
Let Ganesh Kumar Gupta and Rahul Gandhi both give affidavits that if Rahul Gandhi is proved correct, Ganesh Kumar Gupta will go to jail. And if Ganesh Kumar Gupta is proved correct, Rahul Gandhi will go to jail. I will recommend that.
No, but why is Rahul Gandhi not signing? He raised a question. Why is he not ready to sign the declaration?
Why should he? He is member of parliament. He has taken oath of the constitution. He is saying what I am saying here. I stand with it. And I will, and he has given the data. The Ganesh Kumar Gupta should prove him wrong and send him to jail. We don't mind. वोट चोरी देश में नहीं होने देंगे और ये जिस तरह से चोरी करने और अमित शाह गए बिहार बीजेपी के सपोर्टर्स थे या पैसे में लाए हुए लोग थे अमित शाह ने पूछा राहुल गांधी क्यों आए थे 80% लोगों ने आवाज दिया वोट चोरी के लिए आए थे इट हैज परकोलेटेड डाउन टू द अर्थ और राहुल गांधी अगर कह रहे हैं कि जेनजी को देश की लोकतंत्र और संविधान को बचाने के लिए आगे आना चाहिए हम बुढ़े में पीछे नहीं रहेंगे बच्चों को नहीं मरने देंगे हम आगे अपनी जान देंगे और तब बच्चों को कुछ होने देंगे
आरपी सिंह
मैंने इनको चोरी करते देखा था कल परसों जेब काट रहे थे बस के अंदर अब नाउ आप क्या
कर रहे थे
सर एक मिनट रुको सर
आप जेब काट रहे हैं आई शेम ऑन यू
सर सुनो हो गया ना बात
अरे कह दो बेटा मैं डिफेमेशन फाइल करूंगा
कर दीजिए ना
कौन सी बस की सीसीटीवी मांगूंगा फुटेज मांगूंगा
मैंने आपको टोका नहीं
करण को वकील रखूंगा आपने मुझे कहा ना करण मेरा वकील होगा
बीच में टोका नहीं आपको
आप माफी मांगेंगे
अच्छी बात नहीं टोका नहीं मैंने
आप माफी मांगेंगे ना मैंने इन्होंने मुझे बटुआ चोर कहा
मैंने आपको कहूंगी अब अपने पे लेके मैंने को कहा क्या 8 लोग खड़े बीच में 6 लोग खड़े आप अपने पे लेके बात
मैंने इसे पूछा क्या सही बात है कि आप पॉकेटमारी करते हैं
बट बट ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जाम्पल
point is, I have full respect for him. Point is that you can keep speaking lie day after day. Fact is that doesn't come to be truth. But fact is that what is the real happening? The ECA has categorically stated now on the point of this, the seat which he spoke to Anand yesterday. The ECI has, in his reply, has categorically stated it, has provided all mobile numbers that were used. They have also provided IP address. Now it's failure of the Karnataka CID which couldn't investigate properly. They have provided whatever Karnataka CID has asked for. And again, ये सरकार किसकी थी जब ये सब हुआ? बीजेपी की सरकार थी. सीआईडी को जो इंक्वायरी मार की बीजेपी सरकार ने की, तो हम खुद चोरी करेंगे और खुद ही सीआईडी को मार कर देंगे. अरे इससे ज्यादा मजाक तो नहीं हो सकता कोई. पर जो बेसिक बात है, see what I was trying to tell you earlier was that his tweet where he is provoking people to come on street and it's not happening otherwise. It's a game plan which is happening over a period of time. I mean, remember that 4th June 2023 Delhi in America, who organized that? Tanzeen Ansari, Niyaz Khan, Muhammad Qadri, Minaz Khan, Shahid Khalif, Shahid Javed, and who were they? They were member of the Muslim community of New Jersey, headed by some Javed Khan of Pakistan. Again, other part of was headed by some guy named Islamic Circle of North America.
Okay.
Give me a second, which is front organization of Jamaat Islamiyya, which funds Hizbul Mujahideen.
Allow him to finish his point. Yes, quickly finish your point.
Above that,
One second.
क्रिकेट तो खेलते हैं.
Chaliye, one second. Both of you, calm down. Calm down, please.
he meets और प्रधानमंत्री तो मनमोहन सिंह जी तो उसको तारीफ कर रहे थे.
नहीं जा रहे. We're not going there. Finish the point
प्रधानमंत्री
that
तो
you're
तारीफ
making.
कर रहे थे हिजबुल वालों की. वो तो पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट की तारीफ कर रहे थे मनमोहन सिंह जी और कहा था बहुत अच्छा है.
बिरयानी खाने तो नहीं गए.
I really don't want to go to that point. I really don't want to go to that point. Anish, you know,
allow me to complete my point. Hina, please give me a second.
Okay, quickly finish your point. 10 seconds.
Whom he meets there, Ilan Omar, who is the known stamped Pakistani supporter and supports the cause of Kashmir and in the ISA known stamped ISA agent. Give me a second. He took support from who? Donald Liu, who was supposed to be man behind the coup in Bangladesh and in Sri Lanka.
So essentially you're trying to say that he's trying to provoke the people, trying to perhaps create a situation that we've seen in neighboring countries that has been the charge of the BJP. We've seen that happening. Anish Gawande, you know, is there an attempt to discredit this entire electoral process? Because, you know, when Mr. R.P. Singh started, he gave a very interesting example. He just hurled a charge. He did not take the name of anybody. And then suddenly it led to a fight. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. Isn't it shoot and scoot politics? You just say something, you want people to believe it, you amplify it with every press conference. But when it comes to sharing the proof, you don't want to do that. You don't want to believe what the Election Commission is saying. If this is not shoot and scoot attempt to discredit the electoral process, then what is it?
Absolutely not. Firstly, I have great respect for Mr. Singh, but unfortunately, whenever questions are asked of the BJP, they rattle off a list of 10 Muslim names and divert attention from the topic. So that is absolutely irrelevant here. If a political party is raising accusations against the Election Commission, it is doing so because it has faith in democracy. Rahul Gandhi is the leader of opposition. He holds a constitutional post. He is asking for transparency from another holder of a constitutional post. We are not asking for anarchy. We are not asking for people to come onto the streets to repeat what you do in Nepal, because otherwise you would not fight elections. So these allegations are absolutely ridiculous. Now, more importantly, sir, in 2024,
how can you forget Madam Sonia Gandhi, who said our party ladai ladenge CA ke baad?
R.P. Singh, sir, allow him to finish his point.
So in
Yes.
October 2024,
yes.
there was a letter that went to the State Election Commission from the Mahavikas Aghadi alleging voter list deletions. We are still to receive a reply to that letter. In November 2024, after those elections, we raised multiple claims about discrepancies in the election, including voter deletion, transfer of voters from one booth to another, and large-scale ways in which voter fraud was being practiced. It is only after Rahul Gandhi ji is raising these allegations that they are becoming prime-time TV show debates. But let me remind you that in Panvel, these allegations were proven by a PWPI candidate, taken to the SDO who did not listen, taken to the Bombay Bombay High Court, they're now pending in the Supreme Court. My own party has 16 petitions in the Supreme Court. We have full faith in the Supreme Court. We have full faith in the Election Commission. My right to ask a question cannot be dismissed by anyone, most certainly not by another political party, which should not be the defender of the EC. It is a shame today that the Election Commission of India has to be defended by a political party. What is going on in this country?
No, give me a second. What happened in the High Court? What happened in the Supreme Court?
So we are appealing in the Supreme Court, sir?
No, it's not pending. Supreme Court has sent it down.
No, it has not thrown it down. 40 petitions are pending, sir.
Sir, you can add another 40, but the basic petition has been turned down by the Supreme Court.
I want Ishkaran Bhandari. Yes.
See, let's be very clear. We are a nation of laws. So what is the law applicable? It is a political allegation by a politician. If the Election Commission, as per him, is doing XYZ, which is not correct, you have to register a complaint. You can make 10,000 speeches that leads to nothing. See, when emergency was imposed, what happened? The case against Indira Gandhi went to court. See what has happened even in Karnataka, where a BJP MLA felt that election had been dealt unfairly. He went to court, got the election set aside. You can shout, you can scream, you can appeal to Gen Z or you can appeal to senior citizen. That changes nothing on ground, because unless you want anarchy, you have to follow a process. Otherwise, to make allegations, and I started by saying that it's very easy, it's cheap, it's free to make allegations against any institution. You started with EVM, that EVM is being hacked. Multiple opportunities were given to show how EVM is hacked. That agenda has been dropped because you can't prove it. Otherwise, if you could prove it, it's 2 + 2 = 4, but you can't do it. So what do? You try to sow discord in people, try to make them believe that your voice is being shunted out. You are being ignored by saying there is some vote deletion happening, there is vote addition happening. We are losing elections, not because you're not voting for us, because they aren't allowing you to vote. Where is the proof? Why can't you go to court as other people in 75 could go to court, as a BJP MLA just now went to Karnataka High Court and got a favorable order? But if you do not do that, people will not take you seriously. Your agenda of Chaukidar Chor was the same language, it flopped. The agenda of vote chori is stopping. And last thing, when they talk about why is Pakistan rich, even today a senior person goes and says, I feel at home in Pakistan. So when you say things like that, of course people are going to object to it.
Okay. Sanjeev Kaushik ji, now that's the point. It all comes down to proof. Saying I have 100% proof is another thing. Showing that proof at the right platform is a very, very different thing. Many a times, be it in the case of Maharashtra or Karnataka, the Election Commission has responded to Rahul Gandhi's allegation and has also asked Rahul Gandhi to come and show the proof. But that's not happening. If the Congress party, if Rahul Gandhi is confident about the allegations of vote chori, why is it unwilling to approach the court, as Ishkaran mentioned? Also, why is it unwilling to sign the declaration? What is wrong in it?
दो बातें हैं. पहली बात तो ये कि बातों को घुमाया ना जाए. जो सवाल है उस सवाल का जवाब होना चाहिए. राहुल गांधी ने कल आरोप लगाया कि 6018 वोट पकड़े गए जिसको डिलीट करने की कोशिश की गई थी. उसमें से 3 ऐसे लोगों को उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे खड़ा किया गया, चाहे वो गोदाबाई हो, नागराज हो और एक सूर्यकांत जी थे. इनके नाम पे 12 मिनट में 14 वोट डिलीट किए गए. सूर्यकांत त्रिपाठी के नाम थे, सूर्यकांत के नाम थे. गोदाबाई के 12 वोट डिलीट किए गए. और एक नागराज तो 4 बजे रात में उठते हैं और 36 सेकंड में 2 वोट डिलीट करके सो जाते हैं. कांग्रेस पार्टी और कर्नाटक सीआईडी सिर्फ इतना सवाल चाहती है, और इस सवाल का जवाब चाहती है इलेक्शन कमीशन से, कि आप जहां से ये फॉर्म फिलअप किए गए थे उसका डेस्टिनेशन आईपी एड्रेस हमें दे दीजिए, आप डिवाइस आईपी पोर्ट दे दीजिए आप हमें, और ओटीपी का जो ट्रेल है वो हमें दे दीजिए. बस इतनी सी बात है. यदि ये बात दे दिया जाए, ये तहकीकात में ये बात यदि सामने आ जाए, तो ये तथ्य सिद्ध हो जाएगा कि आखिर कौन व्यक्ति है जो व्यक्ति वहां से बाहर, कर्नाटका में नहीं है, वो अलग अलग स्टेट में बैठा हुआ है, किसी जगह एक जगह कॉल सेंटर बना के बैठा हुआ है, और वैसे जगहों पे जहां पे कांग्रेस पार्टी जीतती हुई दिखाई दे रही है, कांग्रेस पार्टी का वोट ज्यादा है, वहां इस तरह की हरकत कर रहा है. पकड़ में आ गया, अच्छी बात. नहीं पकड़ में आया, बहुत सारे जगहों पे ऐसा है कि पकड़ में नहीं आया. मैं सिर्फ यह कहने का प्रयास कर रहा हूं कि जो सवाल राहुल गांधी ने पूछे थे, इलेक्शन कमीशन यदि ईमानदार की औलाद होता, इलेक्शन कमीशन डंके की चोट पे आता और इन सारे तथ्यों को सामने रखता और बताता कि ये आईपी एड्रेस है, ये ट्रेल है ओटीपी का, आप देखिए और बताइए पूरे हिंदुस्तान को. इलेक्शन कमीशन ऐसा नहीं कर रहा है. इलेक्शन कमीशन, फिर मैं कह रहा हूं, इलेक्शन कमीशन चुप्पी साध करके भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सुर में सुर, और यहां सिंह साहब आके उनकी तरफदारी में बैठे हुए हैं. इलेक्शन कमीशन को जो बात कहनी चाहिए वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी अगले आधे घंटे के अंदर उतर गई कल पूरे टीवी चैनल पर और डिफेंड करना शुरू कर दिया.
एक मिनट कौशिक जी, आपकी बात मैंने सुन ली, समझ भी ली. आई विल गेट आरपी सिंह जी टू रेस्पॉन्ड टू दैट. बट मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है, आप कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी उन्हें डिफेंड करने आ रही है तुरंत, लेकिन जैसे ही राहुल गांधी की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होती है, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से भी एक रिस्पांस आता है. आपने भी देखा होगा सोशल मीडिया पर.
कितने मिनट बाद?
जो भी है मिनट छोड़िए, आप
कुछ तो सच कर लीजिए ना।
नहीं,
जो आरोप लगाए गए उसके बारे में कुछ तो लेके आइए सामने।
मिनट पे क्यों फोकस कर रहे हैं आप? जवाब पे
मैंने
फोकस कीजिए ना। वन सेकंड हियर माय क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट। कौशिक जी, सवाल ये है कि ईसी की तरफ से जवाब आता है, उसको तो कोई एक्नॉलेज भी नहीं करता है।
क्या जवाब
अगर
आता है?
एक मिनट, कर्नाटका की अलन कंस्टिट्यूएंसी की अगर हम बात करें, उसमें ईसी ने क्या कहा अपने जवाब में, और अभी मैंने पढ़ के भी बताया था कि इस कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में जब उन्होंने इस तरह की गतिविधि होते हुए देखी, दे डिड फाइल एन FIR. Then since that time they have been providing information to the relevant authorities. They have been doing it. It is an ongoing case. It's not something कि suddenly एक explosive breaking news राहुल गांधी ने present करी,
मतलब गड़बड़ी हो रही थी,
उन्होंने एक्सेप्ट किया,
गड़बड़ी हो रही थी ना,
एक्सेप्ट किया। और
वही
वो
तो जानना चाहता है पूरा हिंदुस्तान की ये गड़बड़ी करने वाले लोग कौन है। पूरे हिंदुस्तान को ये जानने का अधिकार है ना, ये गड़बड़ी कौन कर रहा है।
आईपी एड्रेस नहीं दे रहा, झूठ बोल रहा है।
This is a classical case. If election commission, because it knows the fact, it registered an FIR, does a press conference early, they will say why so early. One second, I didn't interrupt you, sir. I didn't interrupt you, sir. If supposing they had done a press conference after 2 days, they would have said they are creating evidence, they are trying to find answers. Election commission does not know what happened, and so they are delaying a press conference. So you can't win it. But the reality is, election commission was the complainant. This is a unique case where the complainant is being accused of doing fraud. It's like your house gets robbed and they come out and blame you for your house being robbed. That is the reality.
मर्डर करने वाले भी FIR लिखाते हैं।
So where do you get this? It's a melodrama.
Satya
Can I make a very small point?
Okay, 10 seconds, very quickly, please.
Well, let's understand. Election Commission has given a detailed reply with 6 points, and they have given everything to the CID, and way back in 2023. But they don't want that. They want to make a political drama, and whatever.
पब्लिक कर दीजिए आईपी एड्रेस।
अरे पोक्सो करेंगे,
कर दीजिए
क्या?
डिटेल्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन। ये बीजेपी हेडक्वार्टर के बीजेपी हेडक्वार्टर क्या है?
One second, gentlemen. By
आप
the way,
कैसी
let
बात
me
कर रहे हैं? CID के पास है ना, CID के नाम क्या किया, वो कर दे पब्लिक, उन्होंने पब्लिक कर दी ऑलरेडी।
एक सेकंड आरपी सिंह जी, बाय द वे अगर ये सब डेटा पब्लिक कर देंगे ना तो पब्लिक को और इनकन्वीनियंस होगी। लेट मी टेल यू सम नंबर्स दैट वर रिवील्ड बाय राहुल गांधी इन द प्रेजेंटेशन, दोस पीपल आर गेटिंग कॉल्स एंड दे हैव नाउ गॉन टू फाइल कंप्लेंट।
इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रहा है उसने दी ना,
सो ऐसे
तो राहुल गांधी ने पब्लिक कर दी।
Also, 1 second, just 5 seconds.
Okay.
In this nation, an investigation is supposed to be confidential. You do not make an ongoing investigation public. That's the basic law of the land.
Everybody else,
मीडिया ट्रायल करने वाले कह रहे हैं।
Professor Swami ji, Satya Prakash Mishra, yes.
Rahul,
One second.
Rahul Gandhi has already stated he has to fight Indian state. He was very categorical in that saying, right? And he started this kind of campaign against Election Commission, against ED and every organization, constitutional authority in India. Why we are not serious about him? Because his all lies goes down with his own activity. This time he has certain information related to Aland seat. Oh, something happened. ECI had already filed an FIR there and investigation is going on. So he projected like that. What is his purpose of doing this? Because he want to save his own face before his own worker, that people of India has not rejected him thrice, but it is the vote that is being stolen and has stolen. That is the case, so we have not got any defeat. But how we will deal with it? Now there is a high time for India to have a national debate on a policy matter, on a rule of law matter, that anybody who do not have substantive evidence in their hand cannot make fake allegation against any constitutional authority. If anybody does so, he must be punished with 2-year imprisonment. That is a high time, because, you know, Election Commission of India, if suppose I say your money has been stolen from your pocket and you are saying no, it is safe, my money has not been stolen. So Election Commission come out with its own statement which Rahul Gandhi will never agree to understand or accept. It is his political drama, political narrative to defame India, demean India and destroy India's basic vote practice of democracy. Suppose he just gave number, you were just quoting number of an Anjani Mishra of Prayagraj. He has been getting calls. Why Rahul Gandhi did so in his press conference? Why? What was the motive behind it? To create a fuss among the voters even. Let's see, this is happening. Suppose I am telling you on my responsibility, if iota of proof would have been in the hands of Rahul Gandhi, his team of lawyers would have been knocked at the door of Supreme Court, and Supreme Court must ordered for the inquiry in this matter. If every now and then a leader of opposition has become the laughing topic of public in India, if every now and then he is doing so, Election Commission, I believe, has responsibility to clarify his doubt, but he is doing on regular basis. So the Election Commission has told Rahul Gandhi, please Gandhi, come to our office with a signed document, take an oath as a person that you are making this allegation, we will investigate. And if that document found tomorrow and evidence found tomorrow incorrect, we will definitely go against of you to the court of law, because Election Commission...
Is he scared that, something may go wrong?
No.
Does he not trust, the research that he's getting? Because now he's even claimed he's got insiders. He's got people within the Election Commission who are providing him all the information.
Don't interrupt. Last line. Rahul Gandhi has become a Jhootha Gandhi. And Jhootha Gandhi has no dare to go to the office of Election Commission. Why he is propagating such kind of agenda? The last line, because the Indian government have been successful in addressing people's concern. He has no issue in his head.
Dr. Shyam Kumar, abhi tak, whatever we've discussed, the main important point is that he is confident. Everybody supporting Rahul Gandhi here on this panel is also extremely confident that this is 100% proof. Then why is he not following the due process? Is the only point.
He is not giving proof. I'm giving proof of my statement.
Okay.
Rahul Gandhi is not a common man. He's a leader of opposition. One must understand the basic decorum of democracy. Second point, what...
By the way, he's also said he's not there to save democracy.
No.
By the way, he's also said he's not there to save democracy.
That your partner is not ready to understand.
What did Rahul Gandhi say? What did Rahul Gandhi say?
It's not his job to save democracy.
No. It's not his job to save democracy.
अभी हाइड्रोजन बम तो आया नहीं है अभी परेशान
I don't know one thing. I must accept. I must accept one thing of Rahul Gandhi.
No.
Really, we do not need Rahul Gandhi like person to save our democracy. There are Gen Z who will definitely do that. There are Gen Y, everyone. But Rahul Gandhi is higher politics. I am trying. Rahul Gandhi ji, please forgive India and forgive Indian democracy. We are not ready to digest your lies and lies.
Let's have a civil debate now.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
Please respond. Nobody will interrupt. Please, nobody is going to interrupt. He did not interrupt when any of you were speaking. Yes, आप कोई interrupt नहीं करेगा जी.
नहीं, सत्य प्रकाश जी की बात को पहले मैं एक जवाब दे दूं, फिर आपके सवाल पे आऊंगा. इन्होंने कहा कि जो आरोप लगा रहे हैं राहुल गांधी और गलत साबित होगा तो उनको जेल भेजिए. मैं इनसे पूछना चाहता हूं, जब ये लोग अपोजिशन में थे, 2G स्पेक्ट्रम के केस याद है ना, कुछ नहीं निकला. एक एटमॉस्फेयर बना के, एक माहौल बनाने के सत्ता शासन इन्होंने लिया. व्हाट दे हैव डन? 1 मिनट सर प्लीज. क्या आपने किया 10 सालों में? ऑल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज हैव बिकम अ पॉलिटिकल बॉडी. नंबर 1 पॉइंट, राहुल गांधी इज कमिंग विद द कॉन्फिडेंस. एवरी डे ही इज कमिंग विद द फैक्ट्स, डेटा एंड ग्राउंड रियलिटीज. एंड व्हाई इट इज अ utter surprise that JDU, BJP, they have become the spokesperson of Election Commission of India. What is the problem? What is the problem? What is their problem? In the case of Bihar, one second. Sir, in the case of Bihar, 1 point to be noted. In the case of Bihar SIR, we are fighting the big legal battle in the court. Ultimately, 12 documents have been enlisted in the process, and they were totally against the people of Bihar as well.
By the way,
moral authority they have.
By the way, Shyam Kumar ji, let me also tell you that the Supreme Court did not put a stay on that exercise that was opposed by the political parties.
Let us see, that is a process.
Okay.
Let's carry his point forward. If you went to Supreme Court and you believe you won in Supreme Court and SIR, let's take it what you are saying is true. Why don't you go to vote chori to Supreme Court when?
That's the point.
Slowly and gradually things are working.
They know that they are telling lies before nation.
Slowly and gradually things are working. It is not in vacuum, my dear friend. Things are working. Everything is not go to court. Every single citizen of India will go to court. Their role is also provide justice.
My point is,
it is the leader of opposition.
He
should go to court because it's a part of our democracy.
Country eventually get to know.
It's not a random person on the road.
Who is speaking the truth? Okay, one second.
Everyone is a court.
Faith in court of law.
They will not deliver any justice. One thing is clear.
Now, viewers, in this version of claims versus counter claims, there are several important questions that need answering from both sides. And like we've been saying, Is it just shoot and scoot politics? Is this an attempt to mislead voters? Is this an attempt to discredit the electoral process? And there is another very, very important question that we are going to be focusing on this debate. Should EC now come out and share details that have been sought? Should those things also be made public? Will that restore faith in India's electoral process? Because there are doubts. And Rahul Gandhi may go around thundering with his tall claims, convinced that he is the only one who's speaking the truth. Yet when the Election Commission demands proof and asks for evidence on record, both Rahul and his Congress party suddenly fall silent, and their behavior turning highly suspect. So let's tell you a little bit about what is happening in this particular case and why, questions are being asked of both the sides here. Now, EC, in fact, asked Rahul Gandhi to submit an affidavit or apologize. That's what we were discussing. There has been no response from Rahul Gandhi on that front at all. EC, when again asked Rahul Gandhi to sign the affidavit and back the claims, because remember, he says this is 100% proof. He's refusing to sign it. The question really is why? EC has invited Rahul Gandhi for a meeting over allegations. From Rahul Gandhi, there has been no response at all. This is June 12. May 15, EC invited national parties for a meeting as well, did not show up. Rahul Gandhi, Congress party's Neta, did not really show up. The question is why? It's very easy. It's extremely convenient to just hold a press conference, hurl an accusation, and then do not do anything about it. Allow it to become a political discourse. But then what really is going to answer, all these important issues that have been raised? And we have, in fact, these big questions that we just now told you about. Is it just shoot and scoot? And is it, apparently a bid to actually put doubts in the mind of voters? Is the also attempt not to, in a way, raise questions on the mandate of the people? Because here, if we talk about Alan constituency in Karnataka, eventually, Anish Gawande, it was the Congress candidate who won. Now, that's another argument that has come, that if indeed vote chori was happening, how is it possible that the Congress candidate eventually won?
This is a position we've held from the beginning of this debate, that every single political party should be concerned with voter list transparency. Can any institution in this country today claim that voter lists are 100% transparent? No. In that case, why is the EC not providing machine-readable voter rolls that will allow us to find out discrepancies? In 2019, in the Kamal Nath case in the Supreme Court, the EC argued that machine-readable voter lists cannot be submitted because that would compromise the integrity of the voter list, and said that the EC will investigate all complaints on the voter list. Today, the EC says affidavit de do because you have to prove the discrepancies yourself. How are you going to put political parties in the impossible position of on one day saying कि हम machine readable voter list नहीं देंगे, on the other day saying कि आप proof दिलवा दो? Now when you ask for other proof, and you're the only woman over here, unfortunately we have a panel all of men, but I want to ask you, is your large lajja compromised by CCTV footage? Because that's the explanation that the EC gives when you ask for even something as basic as CCTV footage to see whether or not a certain number of voters actually entered a polling booth after a certain point of time. Every single person today is asking questions from the Election Commission. Nobody is doubting the elections in this country. Otherwise, we would not contest in the Bihar elections. We would not contest in the upcoming Mahanagarpalika elections. But if asking questions is a crime, if as the lovely gentleman here said everyone asking questions without these facts should be arrested, then should the Prime Minister be arrested for all of the corruption allegations he made in an election campaign? He called my former party leader Ajit Pawarji naturally corrupt party. He called my party naturally corrupt party. No, but my party was called
fake allegation against a constitutional authority without having solid proof.
And can you then make it against a constitutionally recognized political party?
Habitual offender like this, making allegation and run away, why doesn't he sign a oath? Why doesn't he sign an affidavit?
Shut up India campaign. Anyone who disagrees with the BJP will go to jail.
को सिंपल दस्तखत करके देने में डर लगता है. क्यों डर लगता है? उनके पास प्रूफ है नहीं. सिंपल सी बात है.
हिना जी, विनोद राय सीएजी के उन्होंने एक आरोप लगाया था और 10 साल के बाद माफी मांग ली. पूरा हमने जयप्रकाश का आंदोलन देखा, हमने अन्ना हजारे का एक फर्जी आंदोलन देखा, और यही लोग उसमें
फिर झूठ. विनोद राय ने कब माफी मांगी बताइए?
मेरा चैलेंज लीजिए।
झूठा स्टेटमेंट दिया।
मैं कह रहा हूं विनोद राय ने कब माफी मांगी?
झूठा
विनोद राय ने कब माफी मांगी?
झूठ क्यों बोला?
विनोद राय ने कब माफी मांगी? झूठ बोल रहे हैं आप, झूठ बोल रहे हैं, झूठ बोल रहे हैं आप। एक आदमी यहाँ है नहीं, उसको मेरा चैलेंज स्वीकार करिए, साबित करिए विनोद राय ने कब माफी मांगी। झूठ मत बोलिए, आपके नेता और आप सब झूठ बोलते हो।
अरे उन्हें
झूठ बोल रहे हैं,
नहीं आती
In 2G case, Honorable Supreme Court ordered for a CBI inquiry, neither the Parliament nor any other authority. So what has happened as per the guidelines of the Supreme Court, not as per the guidelines of or anything of statement of Vinod Rai. Second point, Congress, what is Congress is doing? Congress is digging the pillars of Loktantra, the pillars of democracy. He is saying asking question is democracy. I respect that, but making fake allegation is not democratic practice. Every now and then, okay, you go and sign. You go and sign the affidavit. What election commission is asking for, you go to the election commission office. You will just shout in the public, and election commission will start investigating. This is not fair.
That nobody is signing the declaration, even though they claim
it is not fair. How so?
We have to move ahead. We have to move ahead. Ishkaran Bhandari.
मतलब राहुल गांधी डरपोक है।
One second.
राहुल उनसे बड़ा कोई राजनीति नहीं दस्तखत नहीं कर सकते।
Political aspect छोड़ दीजिए।
हाइड्रोजन बम का इंतजार कीजिए।
इतने डरपोक है कि दस्तखत नहीं कर सकते, कहते बम है।
One second. We have to move ahead also.
Yeah, go ahead.
Political aspect ko chhodiye. Let's move ahead, and because it's about the people of this country, it's about the citizens of this country. What does the law say? If none of the parties here is ready to go to the courts, can't the courts take suo motu cognizance? Second, should the Election Commission of India also hold a press conference just like Rahul Gandhi did and bring all the proof in front of the public ताकि दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाए? Ishkaran Bhandari first and then. Yes.
The problem is if you benefit by creating doubts, no matter what somebody does, you will not remove the doubts because it's to your benefit. Rahul Gandhi benefits by creating doubts on the institutions in this country because that serves his purpose. Now let's come to what is the law. You gave example of 2G. What was 2G? It went till Supreme Court. Supreme Court cancelled the auction. Supreme Court said spectrum allocation is wrong. The entire court case went to court. The civil part was done and the licenses were cancelled. The criminal part is pending appeal in the High Court. Similarly, even if you take the 2G example, in the end, there are two political parties, the citizens of this country. Congress says Election Commission is doing vote chori and at the behest of BJP. BJP, because the allegation is on itself, says nothing is going wrong. We are in government. No officer is being interfered with. So who will decide? Courts. But if you refuse to go to court, if you refuse to file a complaint, if you refuse to file a case, if you refuse to file a PIL, there are various methods you can go to court with. But if you refuse to do it, then it is very clear it's merely a political allegation to create doubts in people's minds. So you benefit. 2G went to court.
This is a misinformation that needs to be corrected.
One second. Clear. All these parties led by NDA wants to send every single individual to court and follow the process. They don't want to deliver any justice. They do not have any moral commitment. They do not have any political commitment with people at large. One thing is very clear. They want.
By the way, one second. On the issue of CCTV footage, that Anish you raised. One second, Satyaprakash ji, one second. Professor Swami, Satyaprakash ji, one second. Anish, you mentioned about the CCTV footage. You know, there is a specific rule when it comes to CCTV footage, and the data can't be shared without an order of the competent court. So there is a rule that the EC follows. So it's not that anybody can ask for anything, then the Election Commission will be like, okay, fine, we'll give it to them.
That's the same law in Aadhaar. People, even investigative agencies, cannot get Aadhaar details unless it goes to High Court. There's an order by the court.
Okay, now, gentlemen,
let me clarify one thing on this matter, right? Nobody is denying that you need to go to the courts. But what does the process look like? I can't take the EC to court for vote chori. I have to go constituency by constituency. Individual candidates are filing those petitions. They're going to court. I can speak for Maharashtra. I'm positive that in other parts of the country this is happening as well. But while this petition, I want to ask a very simple question.
You are very much wrong. No, you are misleading.
No,
you are misleading. Giving wrong fact. No, you are not aware.
I want to ask a simple question.
Either you are intentionally giving misleading.
Okay, gentlemen, 1 second. While we are still waiting,
petitions are going to the court, can we not speak about them in public?
Okay.
When these petitions were going to irrigation scam with Ajit Pawar, were we not called Naturally Corrupt Party?
Okay,
That's
we've discussed
free
the
speech
whole
and
thing.
democracy.
We've discussed charges, we've discussed counter charges as well. We've discussed what can be done, what does the law say. Now I want to come to the last point. And that question again is going to be for each one of you. The point really is that one thing is clear, that there are discrepancies that have been flagged. EC is trying to allay the concerns of the citizens that the claims are baseless and they are incorrect. So in this case, don't you think the SIR campaign that EC plans to have in the entire country is the need of the hour? Isn't this vote chori claim validating the need to have SIR exercise in the entire country? RP Singh.
Well, it is very important and is very much required. But again, what EC has said, now the gentleman was saying that why don't EC file a case? Well, I'm saying other way around. EC has said he's misleading. And misleading means person who misleads a bluff master. So let Rahul Gandhi go to court. And also, this is very much, SIR very much required because it will clean up the mess, the complete mess out of the thing, which is there already there. There is a lot of rot into the thing which need to be cleaned up. And yes, before every election there should be SIR so that all those who are not staying there, who are not voters there, who
so
have died...
So there are no discrepancies. Kaushik ji, yes.
सरकारें आएंगी और जाएंगी, इलेक्शन कमीशन का साख कम से कम बरकरार रहना चाहिए. सवाल यह है कि लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन यदि इलेक्शन कमीशन के ऊपर कोई प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा कर रहा है तो ये सत्ता की चहेते क्यों बिलबिलाने लग रहे हैं? इनको भी एक बार बोलना चाहिए ना कि यदि ये फेरिस्ट है, लिस्ट है, तो आइए और क्लियर कीजिए ताकि हिंदुस्तान के जनमानस में ये कम से कम मैसेज जाए कि आप पाक साफ हैं.
मेरे सवाल का आपने जवाब फिर भी नहीं दिया.
मैंने कहा इलेक्शन नहीं SIR करवाइए ना,
होना चाहिए.
किसी ने मना नहीं किया, लेकिन टाइमिंग तो देखिए क्या कर रहे हैं.
कौशिक जी, मेरा सवाल बड़ा सिंपल था. वोट चोरी के एलिगेशंस हैं. ईसी जो कह रहा है उसको पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज मानना नहीं चाहती हैं. बीजेपी अगर कुछ कहता है तो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज कहती हैं कि क्यों वो ईसी को डिफेंड करिए. 1 सेकेंड. इन ऑल ऑफ दिस अगर हमें ये डिस्क्रिपेंसीज हटानी है तो आपको लगता है कि SIR जो प्लान है ECI का वो बिल्कुल सही डिसीजन है, हो जाना चाहिए सो दैट दिस होल प्रॉब्लम ओनली गेट्स अवे?
करे, लेकिन जिस तरह से बिहार में इलेक्शन के पहले जिस तरह से इलेक्शन कमीशन ने SIR करना शुरू कर दिया, निश्चित तौर पे उसके नियत में संदेह है, खोट है उसके नियत में.
डॉक्टर श्याम
ऐसा होने नहीं देंगे. बिहार में जिस भी जनता का नाम कट जाएगा कल होके वो सड़क पे खड़ा रहेगा.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए थे ना, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने टर्न डाउन नहीं किया SIR.
ओके RP सिंह जी. डॉक्टर श्याम,
सुप्रीम कोर्ट खारिज भी कर सकता है, SIR को खारिज भी कर सकता है.
कौशिक जी 1 सेकंड. ओके डॉक्टर श्याम कुमार.
It's very simple, I tell you, with regard
short
to
and sweet answer,
yeah,
please.
definitely. In the constitutional obligation like SIR, we are never opposed to it. We are opposing the timing and the process. Once it will go with the all positive note, then it's all right on the, that is spirit.
Anish, yes.
There's a difference between niyat and niti. We welcome the SIR, but we question the intent currently. Because with the lack of digital voter rolls, even for deletion in the SIR, the EC has proven that it is not open to transparency. We had to go to the same Supreme Court that all of my friends here are saying we'd never go to get those digital voter lists, and we'll keep doing so.
Professor Swami.
SIR से किसी को समस्या नहीं है, लेकिन राजीव कुमार अग्रवाल और ज्ञानेश कुमार गुप्ता जैसे भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ताओं से हमारा विश्वास उठ चुका है. हमें TN शेषन जैसा नहीं.
चलिए ये बता दीजिए ऐसा क्या करना चाहिए कि आपका विश्वास वापस आ जाए?
पहले अपनी डिग्री दिखाएं. फर्जी डिग्री हो सकती है, आधार नहीं लेंगे, डिग्री फर्जी हो सकती है.
Shifting the goalpost. Anyways, Satyaprakash Mishra ji.
They have habit of getting salute from election commissions like TN Sesson, MS Gill, and one Rama Devi. I don't know the name. Rahul Gandhi since childhood saw such kind of incidents that election commission visiting Rajiv Gandhi, went to conduct election, taking suggestion, and he even contested election. Now election commission, I am not a spokesperson of election commission. What I am perceiving, what I am seeing, that election commission is doing its duty and role as per the constitutional framework. That is SIR. When you last time heard about SIR? I'm just asking
तो
you.
आधार को
When
क्यों
you
मना कर रहे
last
थे?
time heard
आधार को
about
क्यों मना कर
and
रहे थे?
India heard about SIR in no. In
Ishkan
2003
Bhandari, 10
SIR was
seconds, just 10
happened
seconds, I'm
without
completely out of time.
any drama of political party.
Yes,
It was done.
Ishkaran.
If you want to frame policy, win elections. Unfortunately, you lose election, it has consequences. So after that, if you just want to create unrest on the street, either you win election, frame the policy, whichever you think is appropriate, or you go to court if the government is not acting as per constitution. Neither of the two you want to do, so you can keep cribbing, it will not change anything.
All right, so is this just a political narrative or there is much more than what meets the eye? We'll get to know in the next few days. For now, thank you very much all of you gentlemen for joining us on National Debate.